here to you and send to you. This is one. Hang on. There you go. Oh yeah, because this one I set up under Tina Liberté. You probably can't find it. Here, log out of there. Log in. Oh my gosh. So behind all.
Yeah, that's the same one I had.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sending you another one. And then there's hang on. Da 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 da. No, this is why. Let's go here. How do I do this? No, I don't want to add to story. Well, I'll just give you my names on Insta and stuff. I'm definitely not new, darling. You could just Google me. Just Google Kellyanne Wolf. You'll see all kinds.
Well, I mean, I can give you my pages right now that I can show you that that I'm affiliated with, and it's easy for me to say that because it's out there and you can find it. So by me asking you this question, I'm looking. I see one of your posts has 67.
Yeah, sweetheart, I'm not here to be a talking head. I was never in this to be a talking head. I'm a strategist. That's where
but I'm trying to look at the support for this exact poster. Okay.
Oh,
so this stuff that you're posting here, this stuff. So I want to see the support that goes with that. And
well, I haven't put forward it yet, so. But that's because there's a lot of announcements that are coming out. I just did 11 podcasts in the last 24 hours. I've got the World Doctors Alliance is going to come out in support of it. Reiner Fuller is going to come out in support of it. Hoffman.
The 22nd is next Saturday, 7 days from now. So do you have planned? Do you have planned speakers?
Yeah, the speakers are being lined up. I'm waiting for the Quebec list. I've got Rocco Bellatti's coming. I've invited Jordan Peterson, Rex Murphy. We've got a whole shitload of doctors coming, from Chris Shoemaker to Emad Gergis to Daniel Nagase. I went to Dalhousie with him, by the way. Then we've got founders of organizations. We got a lot of the FAC that's coming, Freedom Alliance Canada.
Freedom Alliance Canada?
Yeah. Yeah, I know Ryan Felix very well. And Sherry Jones.
Is there a region on that or just the Freedom Alliance Canada main page?
Well, no, it's not main page. I'll tell you in a second.
Is it London region or Hamilton, Ontario?
Well, I had a meeting with London, Niagara, and Hamilton the other night. And let me tell you.
I know about that meeting.
Yeah. Walter Hoffman as well.
I had a call with Walter for 3 hours yesterday.
Yeah, he loves you.
So because he kind of was very rude to me in a text about me saying bad things about you, and I said, wait a second, that's not true. I never said a word. I don't even know who this Kelly is.
That's what he said. He said, Dana's a really good friend of mine, and I felt a certain way. I was probably a little bit tough on him, and he's like, but he's willing to sit down and talk to you, and I was like, that's great. And I think his only position was just that very simple. He's like, he doesn't know why anybody would poo-poo on anybody else's movement. If you don't want to attend, just don't attend.
Well, Well, I've explained
understand that.
myself. I've explained myself on that, and you can watch yourself say it. So,
I don't next part. I don't need one. I don't need one. Trust me.
yeah.
So I like you know I know who I threaten. I know why they feel threatened. Okay, and I know what I'm capable of. And I'm not. The reason why I'm not going to step down on this one is because it is time for us to focus on a solution. And so, for the last year and a half, 2 years building the movement across the country, yeah, I had to take it with no lube. I did. I had to smile, grin, bear it, let people condescend the shit out of me, treat me like garbage because it was necessary to put the chips in place. I'm a strategist. That's what I do. Like Chris Sky, I am the strategist behind him. But he is loyal. 100%. God, that guy got arrested twice for me. I would have been arrested 61, 63 times. I've been arrested 61 times. 63 times if it wasn't for him.
Do
Someone who's
you
going to get
do you know
arrested.
Benita?
Yeah, I know Benita. I know Benita very well.
Okay, I talk to Benita just about every day right now on
She's a
a
dog.
few issues that we're working on countrywide uh, with, like I said, many of the top influencers. So I'm just um, I'm just assessing the situation there for you, your safety, also for us and the freedom movement, the whole movement, on how things do look politically, uh, peacefully, stuff like that. I'm not putting anybody down, nothing like
Yep, no,
that.
no. I've had 6'5" grown men screaming in my face right here, and I've wanted to just vote
You won't,
and keep
you
going.
won't hear me. You won't hear
I've
me.
wanted to.
Does this look like it's ever going to scream at you? No.
No, Daryl, I'm not freedom, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, I can take a lot. And I understand, like, I've had to take aggressive positions many times, because there was nobody else that would do it. And Chris just goes way too overboard. Way too, sometimes, but it's necessary. He is the jester of the social change. And by no means does that mean he's a clown. The jester plays the most important role because they break the narrative
We
in
all
order for
have our
change to
roles.
happen.
We all have our roles. Just because of the way I act and the way my expectations, if you're going to be, and there's a meme out that
Us is my soul brother. I
there's
don't
a
just
meme
know
out
about
there
him.
where I say I'm not looking for followers. I'm asking for believers. Okay.
Oh, see, I say I don't look for. I am not here. A real leader doesn't make followers; they make
No,
leaders.
but we are asking for believers, believing in what we're saying, and believing by doing that, you are essentially following.
You know what? I argue with that on this point. We're not asking people to believe. We're just asking them to look,
to ask
because when you have the
questions,
truth,
just to ask questions
yeah,
themselves. That's it.
and you
That's
tell
it. That's been
her,
my one of my main messages too. Is just ask questions. I do what's called on the street interviews, and I walk. I've been all over this province here in the last couple months, walking and talking to just anybody on the street. Okay, and just to see
oh
their
yes, I've done.
reaction. I was recognized. I went to Niagara Falls and I was recognized by four complete strangers. Not one of them from Canada, one of them from China, two of them from the United States, and one of them from Australia. And they all came up and said, "Are you Peace Man?" And we just happened to have the cameras rolling at that time. And we ended up having a great discussion. And but not one Canadian would recognize because it wasn't shown here in our media, you know.
I had
So
the entire industry turn on me
yeah,
when
yeah.
I took my, at Queens Park. The entire, and I mean, I was invited down by Sony Music Nashville's president, and I was songwriting with the likes of Linda Perry. And then COVID hit, and I was in Sunnybrook Hospital being a pincushion because I have RH null blood. I'm one of the 147 people on earth that have the golden blood. I don't get sick. I'm immune to Ebola. I'm immune to HIV. So when the headlines came out and I knew about all the media bailouts prior to that, and I knew about Chrystia Freeland and her background prior to the McLean's expose, and then I see these mainstream media prints come out, I was like, shit, what am I going to do with this? There's hundreds of millions of dollars going into lying to the public, and I'm here with the science team and the original repository report from April 12th, 2020, that informed the government that there was no isolation done to any such thing. Then we took so I like Chris and I were already arguing online at that point. We never met in person. I went home and I was like, what the shit am I going to do with this? And then I saw a video of this really articulate Kazakhstanian guy outside of Queen's Park with David Menzies, and he was articulate and he knew what he was talking about in an intelligent way, and that was Vlad. So I stalked him for 2 days, and I found him. And I took the repository report to him and Chris, and then I contacted Dr. Sakdev Sidhu, who's the lead biomolecular engineer from the University of Toronto at the Donnelly Center, because I saw an article May 5th, 2020, in the Star, where he brought, and I quote, a cure for all symptoms of all coronaviruses to the government, and they threw it on a back burner in favor of a $300 million deal with pharmaceutical companies that I personally know were guilty for killing over 500,000 kids in India and Africa, because I participated in movements in India and Africa against these very pharmaceutical companies, Pfizer, Moderna, you name it. Okay, so we have
this
right from the
post,
beginning.
this post that you made 20 hours ago on your Kelly Wolf page.
Sure, which one?
The one that says, my opinion, because people are asking, I don't think Tamara had bad intentions in the beginning. I believe that she maybe
the response to
didn't
Phil
realize.
Yeah, I'm a very open.
You use a video from Phil Premu with Shea Eagle.
Yeah, he's a bit of a provocateur, but he's got real concerns.
And 98 other people. This is very strange. This page also doesn't have any support. Can you tell me why?
I haven't.
Can you tell me why?
Support for what?
Well, you see, I could easily put out a picture of my outhouse, and I'll get
Well,
I'll get 50 likes. I'll get 50 likes. No shit. No shit.
Well, I don't care about. I'm not. I've never been in this to get.
No. But what I'm trying to get at, Kellyanne, and I think you know, is that the support is shown by people that trust you, and they will use likes like Jim Kerr. I'm looking at some of these names that you listed on here, and many of them are my friends. Okay.
Yeah, Kerr is my brother.
Actually, it wasn't even you that tagged these people. You're using a post by Phil that's tagged 100 of the influential people in Canada that are doing social media. So this isn't even your post. This is a post that you wrote. I don't
understand what you're getting at here, hon. I responded to a post that Phil sent me. I've known Phil for many years.
Phil sent you this post?
Yes, and I reposted it with my response because many people in my message inboxes were asking me questions. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So I put my opinion up. That's what I think about it.
And then as I scroll down this page as well, even your live video on October 7th, 1 like,
Question and answer.
4 likes, so 5 likes in total. And
On
I
what
know it's
video?
I know it's not about the
I
likes, but I'm telling you what
say
what
1 like or 2
what we
likes.
do to
I have
gauge
1,000 likes on my page.
people's involvement is by their
And I don't care if anybody likes me or not. That's the thing.
that's not the
How about
point.
this, Dana? How about this? I'm going to tell you.
That's not the point,
No, no.
Kelly.
The point is, why don't you sit one out and see how much people show up for me? Problem solved.
Hmm. You know, you know what I'm getting at is I don't go out to
No, I
a
don't. About
I
that
don't
stuff.
go out to an event unless I know it's going to have good support or something like that. Okay?
Okay, I don't need you to come. Don't come. I'm not asking you to come. I never did.
No, but online we gauge the support from all of these people like Shay, like Jim Kerr, like
Today's my
we gauge with even Canada Unity or Niagara 10-4 or
well, Jason.
Fringe Network. All of these things we gauge, we help each other in advertising. You know this, right? Like
Oh,
we
I know
all.
that. I built organizations and grassroots groups
So
across
who are
the
you
country.
working with in the advertising of your October 22nd plan? Can you name a few that you are working with?
Sure, yeah, Not TV, Liberty.com, Freedom Forum Canada, Rebel Media, Free Speech Media, Bright Light News, all of the
So
Doctors Network.
Rebel is showing up to your thing?
Oh no, honey, you're going to see everything start coming out on Monday, and then I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. Trump will be doing an official endorsement. And then we've got Andrew Kaufman, the World Doctors Alliance, the World Organization of Natural Medicine, of which I'm a fellow for.
Do you have a
We'll
list?
have,
Do you have a list of these associations or something?
I can give it to you right off the top of my head.
No, but like you're saying them very fast. I can't type all of that quickly.
Right. Okay, so there's the World Organization of Natural Medicine. That's with Brian Gengel. He's the chair. I am a fellow for that. The World Organized Doctors Alliance with Dolores Cahill, who's a personal friend of mine. Andrew Kaufman from Boston University. I'm sure you know who that is. He's a personal friend of mine. He came out today. Donald Trump will be endorsing. Well, they might show up still. I don't know. I don't have a confirmation, but I did speak to Melania, and they will be endorsing this Tuesday or Wednesday. Rocco Galati is coming. Daniel Nagase, Chris Shoemaker, Emad Gurgis, Del Bigtree. I'm still waiting to hear back from his people. Alex Jones will come out with this on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Who has
Joe
confirmed?
Who's confirmed? Daniel Nagase, Chris Schumacher, Patrick Phillips, Emad Gurgis. We have Vlad, we have Chris, we have a lot of the French resistance, their leaders. I'm still waiting to hear back from both Steve Lartiste and Daniel Pilon. We've got Seth Laforte, who is Kanan Hadio, the Mohawk warrior chief from Tyendinaga, who I spoke to this morning. Chief Howie J from Poundmaker Clan out west. Who else is confirmed? Oh, we have Jody Craven. Carrie Simpson hasn't answered me yet, but I'm waiting on it. She might answer me. Mark Friesen says if he sees what we have an inside joke, if he sees an endorsement come out that I told him was coming, then he might get off the river and get his butt out here. And other than that, there's hugs over masks, Mothers Against Distancing. I believe
So that's quite an extensive list.
Yeah, most people. The way I organize my rallies, we don't
But
talk the clock, right? Like
but
people get up, and it
how
depends.
come not one of them has said anything on any of your posts?
I just got them on the list. So we have a private cloud that is built on a military level secure server. And most of our communications are done on this cloud to
What
prevent
program do
public
you
infiltration.
use?
Sorry?
What program
I
is
don't
it?
know anything about programming. I can give you a link. You can log in and speak to one of the several IT guys on there if you want.
So it's a web page based
It's a private.
communications.
They're using Nextcloud. They built the cloud on Nextcloud while our CDDA.cc server is being built. I don't know if you're familiar with Damien Spalding. So him and a partner built a secure server that was banned from being manufactured and sold in North America because the D&D couldn't penetrate it. That is the software that our website's being built on.
Okay, but it runs on a web page. Like you pull it up in Google or
I don't know
Chrome.
anything about
No, but
technical
how do
terms.
you pull this? You said, "Oh, you'll send me a link," but how do what does it open
You
in?
can go to cloud.mycanadianfreedom.ca.
So it's a web page. Okay, cloud.
You can go on there, cloud.mycanadianfreedom.ca. You're going to register. It'll give you a verification code. Check your spam just in case. Enter the verification and drop off the site. It'll take cyber about an hour to approve you. I'm going to give your name right now.
Hmm.
Hey everyone, please approve Dana immediately. There we go. I'm sure you'll know some people that are already in the assembly. When you log in, you'll see there's some files with some resources on the ICC and on the Canadian Democratic Defence Association, what we intend to do. The declaration and the claim is posted on there as well as other information, how to revoke like how people can start revoking their consent to being governed, because you don't want to be governed by a criminal corporation, that's for sure. All of the previous meetings and minutes are all recorded. You'll have full transparency to absolutely everything on the cloud. You'll see that we are mirroring all the ministries in the collectives sector. And that's because we have the ability to build infrastructure without any intrusion from the corporation of the Government of Canada. We also have access to the global repository of private funds in order to do that, and grants. Because we got our recognition, our independent civil society recognition through the ICC, which means that the United Nations had to list us on every social econ site, except they do it, of course, with a clause with the fine print written right above it that says, even though an organization is listed on here, doesn't mean that they're in any way affiliated. We have no affiliation to the United Nations. So, and we have no obligations under our campaign coalition against international authoritarianism with the ICC. All of the paperwork, all of the communications are up on the cloud for everyone. The donations that we're raising for the truckers, Rena Malka, she is the president of the Ontario Mortgage Alliance. She's got decades of experience in collecting millions of dollars in funds and public transparency, goes directly into her hands and gets allocated directly into the hands of truckers immediately. There's no wait period, no reason for that. So, and we're setting up road captains, and Dave and Bridget are helping me with that from the background. And the money will go directly to the road captains and be up to their responsibility to distribute amongst their, I guess, platoons or whatever. I've never set up or organized a convoy before. So, but as far as I know, it's not just truckers that are coming. Like, we've got full-fledged convoys coming from everywhere.
Could you name any one of these truckers? Because
I spoke to Travis. I spoke to Jay. I spoke.
You know that I know almost
Oh, I know Jay. Well, Jason.
every one of these truckers, and I have a way to get messages to every one of these truckers if I want to.
By all means, do. Everybody's welcome.
Okay.
Everybody's welcome.
But do you have any that are confirmed that are going to be in this financial sector on that 22nd date?
Yeah, there's many people that like I get individual messages. I don't know anything about building a convoy, right? So I just keep sending everything to Dave and Bridget. So, and Dave's in contact with the majority of these truckers. Dawid, I guess he goes by Yellow Wolf.
What's his name?
David Yellow Wolf. He's like a Polish dude from BC. He's been helping arrange stuff as well.
What color truck does he have?
I have no idea.
Oh, damn.
No idea.
Have you heard from
Dave's a
Shaba?
neighbor. I'm sorry.
Have you heard from Shaba?
Shaba?
Shaba or
No.
Yuri or Jason or Lenny?
Well, Jason Lafacci has confirmed, I think,
No,
25.
Vandermeer. The Shed.
Oh, no. I don't. No, I don't. I don't. I don't.
Because all of our shows that we've been doing all across Ontario, and I don't know if you're familiar with them, but the Freedom Tour and, uh, the the Shed Truck, Jason and Shaba and the
I
stuff, they
truck.
they all
I,
they all and Boom Truck Ben, you know who that is, right?
of course I do. He's so
Okay.
wonderful.
So Boom Truck Ben and stuff, those are the people that we do these shows with, because those are the people that are recognized.
My equipment on his truck.
Yeah. So none of them seem to know about this. And
Well, Boom knows, and so does Kronos, and those guys out in Windsor. But apparently there was some Halloween fest that's going on. I guess a week before Halloween. I
there
didn't know about it.
there's a Tilbury event that's going on.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
So
been planned. That's been planned
I
for months ahead of time here.
well, like I said, whoever wants to, go do your thing. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Um,
I'm not worried about it.
so there's a lot of different things happening on the 22nd, other than this
There's a lot of
plan.
different day, including people downloading this app that is absolutely going to enslave them.
Do you know anything about these people that are using that we're supposed to use lucky burner phones?
No, no, I know about your operating system completely.
Yeah,
And installing
I heard this rumor about, well, what happens if the internet goes down? We all need phone numbers and stuff like this, and
satellite.
I was like, whatever. If it goes down, we're all fucking up shit's creek anyways. So,
They're not going to shut the whole.
no,
They won't do that. Regardless, there's always satellite.
yeah.
The outernet.
Well, I'm going to check out a few things here that we talked about, because I never act hastily. I never make decisions hastily.
I wouldn't ask you.
Yeah.
You want
And
to come whatever you want to do.
so
You let me
Monday,
know.
let's be like what you said your other friend was. Well, considering whether it's going to be accepted or endorsed or whatever, considering that, let me see
Yep,
what happens by Monday or Tuesday. We've got 7 days
sure.
from today. Then
Absolutely, Ron.
we will talk on Tuesday. Let's see your progress by Tuesday. How's that?
Sure.
Does that sound fair?
It's fair, but if you want to come, come. If you don't want to come, don't come.
Yeah. So
Like,
you know,
I don't. I'm not asking anybody. Like, I'm not. I'm
to
not.
quell
I'm
some questions
not
from other people, instead of me having to fucking talk a million times. I'm just going to say that I had a conversation with you, and I'm interested in finding out the proper information. So I've spoken to Kelly, and on Tuesday we will have a follow up.
Sure.
That way people aren't saying that I'm attacking you. And
Oh no, public statement say that you never attacked me because I didn't
yeah,
even see it. I
yeah.
don't pay attention to that
Well,
anyways.
I'll put it on my page there. People, you'll see when I make a comment, you'll see the support that when people are paying attention.
You should
Okay.
Instagram, darling, because those two, like my Instagrams have been up for quite some time since Pat
Yeah.
and I were together.
Because
I don't care for that.
if you turn out to be legit, then it's good for everybody because then I've questioned you. I did it the proper way. I was polite with you, you know, and and either it turns out to be good or it turns out that you have no support. It's one or the other, right? It's
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
I am.
So I don't even care. Me, I will go and protest by myself because that's the way
Well,
I am.
actually, we started with just four of us at Queens Park 2.5 years ago. It took me after I told off James Bowder because he tried to slander me, I told him, why don't you go to Alberta and and be nice with Pat and ask him, you know, about the convoy because I knew that James Bowder would take an I hate Kelly spiel and run to my ex who I almost married, who had so much resent for me, and get him off his ass to do a convoy. I don't care for the accolades, darling. It's about the strategy.
No, but you must care about the support. You need to be able to pull off
But I
good media and good intentions for Canadians. If you want people to follow what you're saying here on this cloud, but to be able to get the
No, I don't want
information,
on the cloud. I want administrative help on the cloud. That's what's
yeah,
on the cloud. We want people who are looking to build infrastructure. We're populating with farmers, doctors, nurses. We're aiming first at agriculture because everyone's got to eat, second at healthcare, and third at education. Those are the three main pillars of any civil society that must be monopolized if you're going to change the society for the better.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if you do it in the right manner, then you have the support of hundreds of thousands of people. And that's because that's what we can
Yeah,
do. But if
listen,
it turns out that there's nothing by Tuesday, I'm telling you that I still got to remain on my stance.
that's cool.
That sound fair?
Sure.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, well, I have some stuff to look at, and
Make sure you go
yeah, and maybe you should also take a look at my webpage.
through your stuff.
I
Honestly,
will
I had no idea who you were.
I will send you the
Like
link.
I said, yeah, you know what I mean. But I really don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, and if you simply go onto my Facebook and in the albums, if you press on the Freedom album, uh, you're going to see everything in succession right from January till now of what I've done, both in video and in pictures. And
Cool. And I'll send you what they made a documentary about me last year. I'll send you that.
it's extensive. Um, but
Yeah, social documentary.
I'm gonna send you my web page right now because I don't think you have that yet.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I like they've made documentaries about me. I've been on Dr. Phil. I've been all over RT. I've been on Tucker. I've been on all these other things. I don't build up my social media. I'm not in this. I never wanted to be a face.
Yeah. No, but
I
in order to do what we're
yeah,
doing right now, we're trying to convince. Remember, the goal here is that we are trying to convince non-believers, like people that believe the government right
actually
now.
no. That's not what I'm after. No, if you, that might be your position and stance. No, I just show the truth and I gun for the
But
changes that are
wait,
necessary for
you're saying that
I support.
you want people to look at this PDF here, Canadian Democratic
Yeah,
Defense Association. Well, you can't
Yeah,
start up
yeah.
an association with no members. So of course you're trying to find
The members
people,
are private cloud, darling.
but you're not going to. I think you're missing the point here, Kelly.
And well, you're missing the point because I am the executive director for Hugs Over
No,
Masks
but
and
you're
other
still
campaigns.
you're trying to
We are all
convince people to join this from both
not
sides,
trying to.
from the freedom side, from
I'm
people that
not.
are
I'm not selling it.
unsure.
I'm not. No, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm not selling anything. I distribute information. You could take it or you could leave it. It's not up to me to sell it. I'm not. I'm not a salesperson.
No, but you advertise it. What I'm saying is you can't get signees if they don't know where it is. So you
We
advertise
grew
it.
the country from 4 people to 65% in 2.5 years. From going across the country 19 times. We put 22,000 people on the Hill in 2020. It didn't start with the truckers convoy.
So
We took out
this
11 presidents around the entire world. I'm not worried about my support. No offense. You know what, Dana? I gotta feed these kids, so I'll leave you to it, and we'll touch base on Tuesday, and you let me know what you want to do, okay?
Yeah, and I'm checking out this site here, just reading the about us and all of this stuff, and I'll get
Yeah,
back to you on Tuesday.
sure, darling. Have a
Okay,
wonderful day.
peace.